A number of people have asked about the differences between PNB and PME earthing systems, as PNB has now been included in Amendment 4 of BS7671 Wiring Regulations, the Big Orange Book. PNB, or Protective Neutral Bonding, has been around for many years. It's only now that the IET have made the decision to include a reference to it in the regulations book. So what is it? What are the differences? And, indeed, are there any differences? Let's answer those questions in this short video, and we've included some colourful drawings to help us to better understand both systems, along with some relevant exam-style questions with answers at the end of the video. We should start by taking a look at the Wiring Regulations book. We should all have a copy of Amendment 4, the Big Orange Book, and if we turn to pages 60 and 61, we will see the two drawings shown here, figures 39A and 39B. Drawn in black and white in the Regulations book, it can be difficult to see any differences at first, but we will soon sort this out for you with coloured drawings and an ordered breakdown of both systems. There are 4 items that must be understood from the outset. 3 are shown on this page. Number 1, PME and PNB are both TNCS earthing variants using a PEN conductor. The key difference is where and how often the neutral to earth connection is made, as we shall discover. Number 2, PME is protective multiple earthing, where the DNO earths the PEN conductor many times across the network. Number 3, in a PNB system, or protective neutral bonding, the PEN conductor is earthed just once, close to the customer's installation. And number 4, both use a PEN conductor, where protective earth and neutral are combined together in the same wiring strands, and the PEN conductor is used differently in each system. The simple drawing below shows the phase conductor core and the combined earth and neutral conductors making up the next shell, lots of insulation and a PVC sheath. So what are the significant differences? Let's begin with PME, protective multiple earthing. The PEN conductor is earthed at multiple points along the route of the DNO's network cable, and this is the standard TNCS arrangement that most electricians will encounter. All exposed conductive parts in the installation connect back to the PEN conductor through the main earthing terminal in the installation. Because the PEN is shared across many customers in urban areas, PEN faults can cause dangerous touch voltages to be present, hence the advantages of multiple earthing points. And please do not get PEN and PME mixed up. PME is an earthing system, a name, a way of doing things, whereas PEN is the actual physical conductor. PNB, or protective neutral bonding, is still a TNCS earthing system, but the neutral to earth connection is made only once, at or very close to the customer's intake position. Within 40 metres is recommended. Typically installed where a dedicated transformer is to be used to supply a single customer installation, for example a farm and outbuildings, or a very small rural community, and the like. Functionally, PNB is similar to PME, with that important factor, only one earthing point, and the PEN faults are localised to that one installation. This short table compares some of the differences between the two systems. The PME system will generally be used for low voltage networks in urban and built-up areas, whereas the PNB system will usually supply just one installation. A PEN fault in a PME system can affect several customers, hence the need for multiple earthing, whereas for PNB it is localised to just the one installation. PME, as the name suggests, has many earthing points along the DNO route, with only one for PNB. And importantly, they are both TNCS systems. They both use a PEN conductor. We can take a look at PME systems now, protective multiple earthing, multiples or many protective earthing points. The following drawings are all coloured, and the colour scheme that I've used for these is as shown in the chart. The harmonised colours are brown, black and grey for the phases, with blue for neutral. For earth, I've chosen to use a solid green as it's easier to see on some drawings, and I don't want it confused with the pen conductor, which is coloured blue and green. This is almost the same PME drawing as page 60 in the regs book, except that I've coloured my drawing. The supply transformer is on the left with the three coloured phases L1, L2 and L3. These would ordinarily be housed in the same cable assembly as the pen conductor. The pen conductor is earthed at the source, the supply transformer, with additional earthing points along its route to the numerous points of use. Hopefully, in colour, you can better see the three-phase installation wiring and that of the single-phase installation. At the intake positions, the PME cable is divided into a separate neutral and a separate earth, never to be joined again. Notice at the single-phase intake position, it is the grey L3 phase that comes into the property. But after the DNOs fuse and break out, the colour changes to brown, as we usually expect to see in single-phase and domestic installations. A PME earthing system is easily added to or extended as shown here. An additional single-phase installation is shown at right and uses the brown L1 phase conductor. Any phase conductor will do, and most often the DNO will mix and match phase choices to best spread the load across the network. And another installation is added, this time onto the black or L2 phase. Within the limits of load and cable sizes, the PME can be extended as needed. As three-phase will run along the street outside your house, it is relatively easy but expensive to have the DNO upgrade a property from single-phase to three-phase if circumstances changed and it was required. And on this drawing, imagine a new property is built, a small commercial unit for example, and the DNO is asked to supply three-phase to the building. This is not a problem with a PME system, subject to existing and anticipated loading criteria. Now we can compare PME to PNB, protective neutral bonding. And this is it. This is PNB, as per page 61 of the regulations book, and hopefully it is easier to follow in colour. Let's examine the drawing. On the left we have the supply transformer with the three phases L1, L2 and L3, along with the combined pen conductor. But no earth point at the supply transformer. That is the first of many differences. The pen conductor, along with the phases, will travel towards the installation. At or near the installation, ideally within 40 metres, a neutral to earth link will be made and an earth rod installed. At this point, the pen conductor will be split into a separate neutral and a separate earth. This will be the only earth point for this earthing system type, a single earth point and no multiple earths. Look at the conductor identification at the supply transformer on the left of the drawing, L1, L2, L3 and pen. Now compare this to the identifications at the installation end on the right of the drawing, L1, L2, L3, neutral and earth, but no pen conductor. From the three-phase intake position, we treat the installation as we would any other installation. We can install three-phase equipment, take single-phase feeds off it, install a single-phase consumer unit, and so on. Let's take a moment to compare the two systems side by side again, as we found on pages 60 and 61, but this time in colour. Here we have PME on the left and PNB on the right. In colour, it's easy to make out the requirements of each and the differences between the two systems. PME has multiple earths, as the name suggests. ideal for urban areas where many users are connected, as this keeps down shared costs. The PEN conductor can be extended if conditions allow. PNB has only one earth at or close to the installation, as we said, ideally within 40 meters. At that point, a neutral earth link is created, after which the PEN conductor does not exist, purely neutral and earth conductors. And finally, 3 easy multi-choice questions in the style of the 18th edition exam for you to attempt. As this is an updated part of the regs book, you can be fairly certain that you will have questions on these pages. Answers, as usual, on each of the following slides. Question 1. PNB can apply to, and 4 possible answers. Only one answer is correct for this question. Pause the video and attempt an answer. It's the best way to learn the book, and the answer is on the next page. The answer choice is C. PNB can apply to both single-phase and three-phase supplies. The answer cannot be A or B, as they say only, and clearly it is both. Now for question number 2. Again, pause the video and attempt an answer. Read the question carefully. All the clues that you need are in the question, and the answer is on the next slide. And here is the answer to question 2. You should choose answer C, protective neutral bonding, PNB. The big clue here is the word definition that appears in the question. It is clearly pointing you at Part 2 definitions of the regulations book. Take a look at page 46, where you will find the exact same wording. And so to question number 3. Again, pause the video, read the answer carefully, because the wording matters. Choose an answer and check against my answer on the next slide. The answer to question 3 is choice A. This is a description of a TNCS PME system as shown on page 60 of the regs book. Check it yourself in the big orange book. Looking in the book and checking answers is one of the best ways of making yourself familiar with the layout of the book. I hope that you found this short video useful and that you've put a little more knowledge into your mental toolbox. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel to get access to all of our videos, and remember to click on notify to be sure of not missing our next video. And don't forget, you can also type in Learn Electrics into the YouTube search bar to go directly to our channel at any time from any computer or smart device. We're always adding new videos to our channel, so don't miss the next one. And once again, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again very soon.